Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, our today's topic is to study about the hazardous waste management. We already know that hazardous waste is, any waste with such chemical composition or properties that makes it, dangerous or harmful for human health and for the environment. So this hazardous waste, it needs to be properly managed. So hazardous waste management is actually the collection, treatment and disposal of hazardous waste. So why is this hazardous waste managed? Why do we need hazardous waste management? Because if this hazardous waste is not handled properly or if it is not managed properly, it can cause substantial harm or potential harm or threat to the human health and safety and to the environment as well. The main objective of hazardous waste management is to reduce the amount of hazardous waste produced, treating hazardous waste in order to reduce their toxicity, and finally applying some sound disposal methods in order to reduce or eliminate exposures to these wastes. We already know that hazardous waste can take the form of solids, liquids, sludges or contained gases, and they are generated primarily or mostly by chemical production, manufacturing and other industrial activities. These wastes may cause damage during inadequate storage or improper storage, transportation, treatment or disposal operations. And improper hazardous waste storage or disposal can frequently contaminate or pollute our surface and groundwater supplies also. So this is the hazardous waste management process. Hazardous waste is generated mostly from the industrial activities, as I already told you. So after the generation of hazardous waste, it is then transported. So second step is the transportation. So it is transported with the help of the proper vehicles, and then it is taken to the suitable disposal sites. Before this hazardous waste is disposed, what happens is recycling takes place and treatment is done. So in recycling, what happens is the waste material that can be used again, it's taken out and it can be used again for some other activities. So that is recycling. And the waste which cannot be recycled, it is sent for the treatment. Chemical treatment is there, physical treatment, thermal treatment, biological treatment is done, and the purpose of this treatment is to make sure that if the hazardous waste is more toxic, it is in this treatment process it is made less toxic. Or sometimes if a waste material is highly reactive, it's like with the help of the treatment it will be made less reactive, and the remaining waste which can neither be recycled nor treated, it is then finally sent for the disposal. So several options are available for hazardous waste management. The most desirable is to reduce the quantity of waste at the source itself and to recycle the materials for some other productive use. All right, so the two most desirable options is to reduce the quantity of waste at the source itself and to recycle the materials or to recycle the waste for some other use. However, the reduction and recycling are desirable options, no doubt, but they are not regarded as they are not the final remedy or the final solution to the problem of hazardous waste disposal. So there will always be a need for the treatment and disposal of this hazardous waste. All right, hazardous waste can be treated by chemical, thermal, biological and physical methods. Chemical methods include ion exchange, precipitation, oxidation and reduction, and neutralization. Among thermal methods, like we have high temperature incineration. We have already studied about the incineration in our last lecture. I have already shared a video also wherein you can see how an incinerator works or how incineration is done. Incineration is actually, it's the controlled burning of the waste, under high temperature. And a special types of thermal equipments are used for burning of this hazardous waste. And these equipments include fluidized bed incinerator, multiple hearth furnace, rotary kiln, and liquid injection incinerator. But the problem with the process of incineration is that it can lead to the air pollution. Biological treatment is also an option for the waste that come from the petroleum industry. And the method that is used to treat hazardous waste biologically is called as land farming. All right, in land farming, like what happens is the waste, it's mixed carefully. So the waste is carefully mixed with the surface soil on a suitable tract of land, and then microbes are added along with the nutrients. Since microbes are used here, that's why it's called as biological treatment. So these microbes metabolize or stabilize the waste, and in some cases genetically engineered species of bacteria are used. So this is the biological treatment of waste. And finally, the remaining waste materials that can neither be recycled nor treated, so those waste materials are sent for the disposal. If the waste material is solid, then it is sent to a landfill, and if it's liquid residue, it is disposed of with the help of deep well injections. So the hazardous waste is finally disposed of in the secure landfills. We know what a landfill is. We have already studied the sanitary landfill in our last lecture, that was disposal of solid waste, disposal of municipal solid waste rather. The landfilling of hazardous waste is regulated more strictly or more stringently as compared to the landfilling of municipal solid waste. So that means the laws or the rules or regulations, they are more stricter as compared to the landfilling of municipal solid waste. So in case of secure landfills, laws are more strict. So here, like sanitary landfills, a pit is excavated. You see here a pit or a hole is excavated on the surface of the earth, and then the bottom of this landfill is covered with the liners. You see here, in case of secure landfill, we use two impermeable liners. Impermeable liners are basically the sheets. They are the thick plastic sheets. So in these landfills, two liners are used. So this is the upper liner, and this is the lower liner. And in the secure landfills, the bottom of the landfill, it should be 10 feet, at least 10 feet. It should be separated from the ground water table. So the distance between the bottom of the landfill from this point to this point, so this is the groundwater table, so it should be minimum 10 feet. All right, so this distance is minimum 10 feet. All right, and two liners, I told you, two impermeable liners are there. You see, one liner and two liners, one is upper liner and lower liner. And proper leachate systems, you can see these pipes. So these are the leachate collecting pipes. Leachate is basically the water that comes out of this waste. All right, so this leachate is collected with the help of these pipes. Leachate collection pipes are there, and this leachate is collected and then it is sent for the further treatment. All right, monitoring wells are there. With the help of these monitoring wells, the groundwater is analyzed, it is checked, it's monitored, because sometimes leaks may happen in these landfills and the leachate may seep into the groundwater and it can pollute the groundwater. And just to check the quality of groundwater, every now and then these monitoring wells are constructed there. And finally, when the hazardous waste, it is disposed of either in the drums, or you can these wastes can be deposited or disposed of openly. So once this landfill is full, once it is full to its capacity, then it is finally covered Here you can see, so this is the impermeable cap, so it is covered fully with an impermeable cap. Impermeable means this cap, this covering, it will not allow the precipitation or the rainwater from seeping into the landfill. So that's why impermeable cap is it's covered with an impermeable cap. So this is how hazardous waste is disposed of in the secure landfills. In case of liquid hazardous waste, it is disposed of with the help of deep well injections. As the name goes, a deep well is constructed or it is drilled. You can see a well is drilled beneath or below the water table. You can see here. So this is the finally injected. Then once this well is dug, what happens is, or it is drilled, then hazardous waste is injected here through this pipe, and it is deposited, gets deposited here in these wells. And these hazardous waste, the purpose of these deep wells is to make sure that this hazardous waste is it's kept isolated, or it is separated from the human contact and the groundwater. So this is the long term, this is for the long term disposal of hazardous waste. However, in these days, these methods are most prominently used, but the disadvantage with this method is that these wells may become corroded, and the wastes may leak into the soil, and which can then in turn pollute the groundwater. So this is the disadvantage of these deep well injections. All right, so this is all about the hazardous waste management. Thank you. Have a nice day.